again, it stems from the fact that I belong from television, and they cannot wrap their head around a girl who's so bold, who's so outgoing, who shows so much of cleavage and who wears like short skirts. I probably I never meant to offend people in any way. It was just me
just being
wanting to do things. It was just being me. And then there were a lot of things that people were making a huff about, a hoopla about, were very normal to me. I said, isme kya problem hai? Why are they having a problem? I never knew what was causing a ruckus. Mujhe pata hota aur main jaan ke kar rahi hoti, that would have been a problem. In my case, I had no knowledge. I was just a girl who's living her life, who's just wearing what she wants to
and
wear.
People were just riled up.
People were just writing things left, right, center, and there was a hoopla being created. There was a ruckus going on, and it's all right. Sometimes you just stand back and kya hua? Okay, it's as good as people telling you, oh, you are a television actor.
Oh yeah, this is a very prevalent thing.
What difference does it make? I'm saying I have made a whole career out of it. I have made my house out of it. I live a beautiful life out of that career. Had I been waiting for that one movie all my life and not reached anywhere, not made a name anywhere, I'm saying I wouldn't have lived in that anonymity. They are doing very well on television. They're running for 8 years. But I could never see myself in any of those roles because all the iconic TV shows, the women have been like so heavily clad and they're the dulhans and this and that. Whereas I always have been a part of shows where they have given me like sexy clothes and I've played the girl, who's a rebellious girl.
Hi and welcome to News 18 Shosha, and today we have with us one of the most sought after actresses on television who's back with a bang after 4 years with Suhagan Chudail, Nia Sharma. Thank you so much, Nia, for joining us.
Thank you so much.
When I heard of the name, it's quite unique. What was your first thought?
Same. What? So I could not wrap my head around that somebody was calling me with the show name called Suhagan Chudail. And I was so taken aback and, I got so angry. I said, listen, do not call me with these kind of shows. My first reaction was very, very extreme. But then I got a call again and then they kind of tried to put sense into my head that, this is not how the name sounds. And we are trying to just tell you what it's like, and they want a girl who's very, very attractive, who every guy will fall for, and a Chudail in a metaphorical sense, where the girl who kind of breaks someone's home, and where the man falls for the other woman. It's always in the connotation of that. It's referred to as the other woman, where people call her Chudail, so that's how you refer to her as. But not that. It just convinced me enough. But then it took 7 meetings for the makers and me to be coming on the same page. But what I really like when they told me is that, Nia, we are considering only you for this role. We want you to play the Suhagan Chudail because we don't see anybody else being fit in this. And of course, going forward, when I kind of heard the story, when I actually wrapped my head around it, when I actually got to know what the show was about, I realized, yes, it was a tailor-made role for me, and somebody like I could totally relate to this, and I could totally be doing something like that. And also to be playing the title role where the show is revolving around you, and it's the Chudail's Sola Shringar, and she's on a quest to attain those shringar. She has killed like 15 men by now to attain those things. So everything is about her. Everything is about her agenda. So I didn't think there was any reason for me to say no to this. So,
but speaking of a role being tailor-made for you, such a role, did you think even once that could I be typecast? Because I did Nagin, and then I've come back after a few years with this one. Did you ever think like that?
Where I stand today, I barely fear anything. You know what I mean? The last thing that I would fear is being typecast. I am Nia today. People know me, and within the industry, I'm saying, of course, there's the whole world to know you. Yes, you're a little part of that world. But within the industry, I can very well tell you that I probably they know what they're offering to me.
Right.
They would not approach me if they don't have that kind of the programming, that if they don't have the kind of setup. So for if they've given me a call for this show, if they really have laid out things like that, if they made me so comfortable, they've agreed to everything that I probably would ask for, that probably they did
really want you for
they really want you, you know, and that is what really works for me. And if show is coming to you and in your lap with so much of respect, I think there is no way that I would say no. And being typecast used to be a thing, now no more, you know. Probably after this show, you probably would see me doing something so different that it would not even relate to this. So at the moment, if I'm looking like this, if I'm looking nice, and if the character demands you to be looking sexy, and if I'm all things like that today, I'm basking in it. Even the promos of that show was like full backless dress they've given me. It's tailor-made. It's made for me. It is customized for me. The bag, the detailings, the chains on that blouse, the skirt is trimmed to my waistline. Who does that? You know, they've gone so intricate with the detailings of the outfit. I went with no food and no water. I stopped eating to just fit into that outfit, to just look and just to give that grace to this. I have gone out of my way to be looking how I'm looking in the show, and I'm glad with the results. So being typecast and this and that it's the least of my concerns right now. I'm doing this wholeheartedly, and my heart is in it, and I would love for the audience to watch the show when it comes on air, because it's so trippy, just like the name. You laugh about it, you trip on it, you know.
Yeah, you know, recently, just veering towards a slightly serious topic, you know, recently there was this ad by Ranveer Singh which sort of showed television in a more exaggerated way. The script was exaggerated, and many television actresses actually came up and said that, you know, television is not like that. There's so much more to it. There's such good content on television too, and it has a massive audience. The reach is massive. So what is your take on that?
Well, to each their own, I would honestly say, and which advertisement is not exaggerated? If you don't exaggerate in an ad, what is the point of that ad? अब वो Mountain Dew के ad में आप वो पहाड़ों पे कूद के और नीचे चले जाते हो और फिर वहाँ से वो Mountain Dew उठा के पीछे, what's the point of all of that? But it's just they have to be so exaggerated that the audience get pulled towards it, you know. वो एक AC का नया ad आया जहाँ पे वो बैठे बैठे वो freeze हो गए. अब थोड़ी ना असली, but exaggeration is a way to present things on television. So even if they showed television in that light, I think it was an advertisement, and it could be very well taken like a pinch of salt, and not that things changed. And कोई मुझे कल को चुड़ैल बुलाएगा, थोड़ी ना मैं असली में चुड़ैल बन गई. So it's how you take things. It's how you react to things. You can make a mountain out of a molehill, or you can just, you know, by not reacting to any issue, you can make it so trivial. It's all on to you, you know what I mean? So I think only Rashmi had spoken up about it.
I think Shantini Ghosh had also.
So it's the light you presented in, and of course it was kind of offensive, but what difference did it make anyway to television or anything? People come, people do demean a lot of people, people say bad things to other people. I'm just saying that for me personally, I've developed a thick skin. Ignorance is bliss. You just ignore things and you move past it. You move on to it. You know, people. It's as good as people telling you, "Oh, you are a television actor."
Oh yeah, this is a very prevalent thing.
What difference does it make? I'm saying I have made a whole career out of it. I have made my house out of it. I live a beautiful life out of that career. Had I been waiting for that one movie all my life and not reached anywhere, not made a name anywhere, I'm saying I wouldn't have lived in that anonymity. Whereas by not knowing where I wanted to go in life in a very young age, where I was picked up for a television show, I didn't know what was happening to me. I probably wanted to be a news anchor. I probably wanted to be on a news channel. You know, things change for you. The destiny is something for you.
It takes its course.
It takes its course. But 11 years later, I realized, oh, there is a huge difference between a film and a television. But मुझे साल लग गए. I had no knowledge of it. But blindly and not knowing where I'd reached is just, you know, sometimes it's beautiful. Not knowing things is beautiful, you know. Knowing too much is also harmful.
It's also harmful.
You know what I mean? So let anybody call whatever they want to call you. Am I offended with that? No, not at all. I still probably work very hard for myself. I still maintain a very nice body. I still look, I think, very, very cool. It doesn't matter where I belong or I'm from television or anything. It's just I'm earning like huge bucks. I'm living a great life. It's just how you want to take it. I'm sorry.
You know, one last question before we move on to a quick rapid fire. You know, Nia, you're known for your fashion choices. You're extremely fashionable. I love your style. But, you know, also the society that we live in, you know, fashion and just women wanting to wear what they want also becomes a big topic of discussion. So how do you deal with that sort of negativity also around while expressing your personal fashion choices?
Again, I never dealt with anything. I just did whatever I wanted to do. You know, so that the biggest asset of being a rebel is that nothing affects you. You know what I mean? I probably I never meant to offend people in any way. It was just me
just being
wanting to do things. It was just being me. And then there were a lot of things that people were making a huff about, a hoopla about, were very normal to me. I said, isme kya problem hai? Why are they having a problem? I never knew what was causing a ruckus. Mujhe pata hota aur main jaan ke kar rahi hoti, that would have been a problem. In my case, I had no knowledge. I was just a girl who's living her life, who's just wearing what she wants to
and
wear.
People were just riled up.
People were just writing things left, right, center, and you know, there was a hoopla being created, there was a ruckus going on, and it's all right. Sometimes you just turn back, "Arey, kya hua?" Okay. In my case, ignorance has been my biggest asset, but not that I choose to stay like that or choose to do things like that.
Of course.
But again, it stems from the fact that I belong from television, and they cannot wrap their head around a girl who's so bold, who's so outgoing, who shows so much of cleavage and who wears like short skirts. Now the whole norm about being on television is like they wear saris, they wear suits,
that's a very prevalent norm.
You know, that norm in their heads. Now they don't know that.
But that's very different from the reality.
From the reality. I'm a girl who has a career in television, but who does not belong to television. I'm not an.
That's not your whole personality.
That's not my personality. I have a personality who just wears like, I love wearing short skirts. I love dressing up. I love doing experiments with my own thing. Now that is Nia for you guys. Now that's not a television actress trying to break norms. No. You know what I mean? So that's probably something that kind of did not go down well with a lot of people. But where I stand today, again, it's all worked out very well in my favor.
Hard work is the answer. Very, very well put. You know, quick rapid fire. Who is a fashion inspiration?
Priyanka Chopra set a lot of nice standards when it comes to wearing. Deepika Padukone is killing it at all times, I would say. And right now in the current lot, Shobita is really killing it, you know, with her styles, with the makeup she does, with very quintessentially bringing the uniqueness on the table. I think she's killing it.
An iconic TV show you wish you could have been a part of?
Oh, that's a good question. All the iconic shows have been so sanskari that, you know, you want to watch them, and they are doing very well on television. They're running for 8 years. But I could never see myself in any of those roles because all the iconic TV shows, the women have been like so heavily clad, and they're the dulhans and this and that. Whereas I always have been a part of shows where they have given me like sexy clothes and I've played the girl, you know, who's a rebellious girl. So mere shows alag rahe hain, or not that my shows haven't done well. Come on, I was Ek Hazaro, Jamai Raja. They have been path breakers, and I'm glad to be part of the shows that I have done, and I'm glad to watch shows that are doing humongously well, but I don't see myself fitting and probably why I'm also not there.
Right. Your favorite co-star?
Now that 13 years later, I've worked so much, but I realize that in hindsight, when you look back, I think Ravi and my equation, Ravi and I have been a pair who have seen every kind of emotions. We've been enemies, we've been friends, and today we're like thick. So that journey of working together and being the longest co-stars, I think I kind of miss him now on screen and all, because of what time वापस नहीं आएगा.
Right.
और जब थे हम साथ में तो हम लड़ते ही रहते थे. So it's that.
Your 2AM friend in the industry?
I have all of them, bro. 2AM सोता ही कौन है हमारी तो party. Arjun Bijlani stays. He's also my neighbor now. He's not just a friend. He's also become a family. So that's 2AM. Shaleen is 2AM. 4AM. अब कोई AM बोलो. I have my friends present. Ravi है. I think Crystal is in the same building. So I do have a circle today of my own.
And the last question, a show that you're binge watching right now?
I'm watching Andekhi on Sony Live right now. Okay. Very trippy show.
All right. Thank you. That's it from me, Nia. All the very best for your show.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Nia Sharma, and you're watching me on News 18.